You have played for 1800 hours. Would you recommend this game to other players? Nah. I'm just gonna say, the making of this video was all over the place. The mod I was gonna use in this video was listed for 1.3, however after looking on GitHub I found a 1.4 version, which I used, and it works, but some textures are somewhat buggy. It's probably a simple fix, but I know nil to none about modding, so I don't even know what the problem could be. Regardless, it sent me on a journey between 2 Rimworld versions, 3 different worlds, a broken save, and a couple time lapses that ended up being useless. So in short, this video should have come out around a week ago, maybe more depending on what happens after writing this part of the script, but anyhow, here's the video. So Biotech has been out for quite the while now, to say the least, and it's garnered many positive reviews. Too many in my opinion. You might be wondering, Cobbie, Biotech has been out for forever, why are you doing a video on it now? And to that I have to say, 1, other YouTubers upload videos on games way past their release, so whatever, and 2, because I've been waiting to see if anyone else would realize, Biotech is a waste of money. That's right, I'm just gonna say it. Biotech is a waste of money. Why? Because it adds things that the modding community had added years ago, and now they're charging $25 for it. It is literally the most expensive of the DLCs and adds 0 new elements to the game. Listen, alright? Listen closely. I am not saying, oh, the DLC costs money, therefore don't buy it. Nor am I saying, oh, the DLC is expensive, so don't buy it. I would absolutely be fine with shelling out $25 to a DLC if it didn't do something I've been doing already. For a long time, at least from 1.2 when I started playing, I've always wondered, how should I play this game? It's an RNG colony building survival game with your end goal being to build a spaceship and leave the planet. You can build your colony however you want, watch as your colonists develop love lives and tame new pets or die in ridiculously large raids. But I wanted to play like an open world version of Banished or Frostpunk. I wanted to watch my colony grow and thrive on its own. So I started playing, but quickly learned that colonists didn't have kids. I took to the Steam discussions and Reddit to find that people thought having kids would ruin the story. Some even touted how it'd be messed up to put children in a story where your colony can get massacred by raiders, torn to bits by wild animals, freeze to death in winters, or even organ harvested and cut up to make hats of all things. Still don't really get that one. I came to learn that, well, people didn't want to have child colonists. And you know what? That was fine with me. I'm not going to dictate how others should play their game, but I wanted a colony survival city builder. So I went looking and found this mod that added children. And now my colony could grow on its own, become a sustainable society, and be the envy of the Rimworld. But now it seems everyone's in on the action. Look at those ratings. It must be a really good DLC. Finally, the devs added something that people wanted for so long. In fact, people have wanted them for so long, they already put them in the game. I don't get where these people came from because 1, and 2, there are already mods out there that added children because the community is at war with whether the game should have kids or not. So modders said, hey, you want children? Subscribe to our mod. You don't have to, but if you want, the option is there and it's free. So I was like, oh, with this free mod, I can build my colony the way I wanted to when I first started. Hooray! Where the hell did the people who oppose content like this go? Into the fucking void, I guess. Who knows? Maybe they actually completed their starship and left this world behind. Which I guess means into the void is, in a way, the correct answer, but that's besides the point. I don't even get what people are enjoying out of this. Sex update? Really? Is that what you care about? First off, it's not an update, it's a DLC. Second off, look, alright, I'm doing this to prove a point. This part was originally going to be in 1.3, but, well, this is 1.4, and you might notice some interesting assets surrounding me right now. You want kids? Here, look, kids, right here. You want them? They're free. Free kids. Pick them up at your local adoption agency. I don't care. They even play with each other. Can your biotech babies do that? I don't actually know because I didn't get biotech. And I don't need to. Honestly, BNC and RJW are just better options in general. If that is what you want so badly, then RJW gives you that in strides. It even has a new needs bar that affects the mood of your colonists. How cool is that? A whole new game element to add challenges to your playthrough. Wow, this RJW mod is starting to sound really good. And BNC adding children into the game for free? Sounds pretty cool, dog. Sign me up. You know, I spent all this time just talking about how biotech adds children. I didn't even talk about how the genetics tree is just a version of the vanilla expanded genetics mods. Or how What the Hack allows you to hack mechanoids and use them against your enemies and has been around since 2018. And frankly, I'm not going to. Just know that these new elements have been in the game for years thanks to the modding work of community mod developers. And now people are getting baited to buy a $25 DLC that adds nothing. And I'm not against their DLCs either. I heavily consider buying Ideology because as far as I know, that DLC actually adds new game elements. But hey, feel free to tell me that I'm wrong and how there are mods that already do what Ideology does. It would only prove my point. I'm just worried that if they keep going down this rabbit, or more correctly, money hole, they'll start taking from even more mods. I mean, take a look at this. The combat is pretty simple. Want to enhance your combat experience? Introducing the Warfare DLC. This DLC adds the ability for you to start your own empire, build new settlements, go to war with other factions, and even have other factions go to war with each other. Travel the world in style with new reusable ships. Watch as the world around you develops. Sometimes you're not the main character. All that along with the new innovative combat system. Craft ammo for your guns, time your reloads right, and destroy your enemies with cool new visual effects. All for the low price of $20 or $25. Hell, it's such a good idea, we might charge you $30. The Warfare DLC. Get in now before you realize we ripped off the community. I would like to add that I understand adding community-made mods to the game is pretty cool. It shows that the developers want to take into account what the community thinks is lacking in their game and solidifies mods that could have otherwise been abandoned. I'm not against that. What bothers me is that Biotech is $5 more than any of their previous DLCs. It implies that they think this will be a huge hit and that they'll be able to make lots of money from it, which is something I would totally be on board with if it added anything new. It doesn't, and that's on top of the fact that they're charging money for it in the first place. I don't know, I'm just a small little video editor who hardly uploads, has less than 50 subscribers across all my decrepit accounts, and does dumb stuff with my friends occasionally. You don't have to listen to me, and I really hope I'm wrong in my assumptions, because if I'm right, well, you get a brand new Warfare DLC. Rimworld makes more money, and the modding community is left to wonder who's next. And I would like to clarify, Rimworld is a great game. I genuinely think so, and I love playing it every so often. And what makes it so fun for me is also why many people think of it as a gory, horrific game. Sure, you could chop people up and turn their skin into hats, or you could create a city with restaurants and turn it into a tycoon game. Maybe you're more of a grand strategy person. No problem, you can build an empire, defeat your rival in auto battles, or fight them yourselves. Rimworld is a game with conceptually no limits. If you know your way around code, you could put it into the game and have it be a part of a large, ever-expanding world. But this is unnecessary. We had this already. We have this already. If you're going to add things into the game that already exist, maybe don't charge money for it. Just a thought. So you made it to the end of the video. If you liked it, well, cool. Feel free to leave a like. It would help get this video out to more people. If you didn't like it, then, I don't know, Post in the comments the errors of my assessments and share with your friends how I'm totally wrong and have no idea what I'm talking about. I still wouldn't buy that Warfare DLC.